Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about the trigger that I have in my Glock 26, which is the Apex Tactical Action Enhancement trigger. Now, I've already got multiple videos up on the channel of this trigger already. I've got one installing it, I do believe, in this Glock 19. I've got a video shooting it in a Glock 17. And also some shooting video with it in this 26. So I've got it on multiple videos in multiple different guns. But just the other day I had a subscriber comment asking if I would give my opinions on the trigger in the 26. And I've had it in the 26 for a while now, and like I said, I've had it out at the range quite a few times and a few times on video, and I really do like it in the 26. Well, I liked it in all the Glocks actually, but having it in the 26, I think it's an excellent option, excellent trigger option for this gun here. Now, a few reasons why I like the Apex trigger, and I've gone over this in other videos, so if you've seen those videos, this is going to be kind of repetitive, but the Apex trigger, what I like about it. As you can see, now both of these guns are safe and empty. If I didn't mention that, no ammo around, so I'm not going to shoot anybody. But what I like about these triggers is they're more of a flat face trigger. I'll push the safety in so you can kind of see the trigger there. It's got much more of a flat face to it, and then also it's flat all the way across. Now I'll show you the factory trigger on the Glock. As you can see, it's curved that way, and it's also curved along the face of it as well. Now, I've shot Glock triggers for a very long time. They do work out well for me. Not a whole lot of complaints with them. But what I like about the vertical plus the flat face is with the flatness, it just kind of goes against the pad of your finger very well. And in my opinion, and at least for me, it seems like it helps me pull the trigger straight back a little bit easier. Now with these curved triggers like I've got in my 19, you can tend to wrap your finger around that curve and maybe push your shots or pull your shots a little bit. But with this flat face across the front, it just seems like it helps me pull the trigger more straight back to the rear. So I really do like it for that. Now this trigger is aluminum, whereas factory Glock triggers are polymer. So I do like the aluminum triggers. It just seems like they're a little more sturdy and helps with the trigger pull a little bit better. Is it a huge difference or a big deal either way? No, but I do like the aluminum trigger. Now, you can buy this trigger two different ways. You can buy it where it's just with the shoe itself and you can put it on your existing trigger bar, or you can buy it with a trigger bar already attached, and that's what I did here. It was very simple to do. If you've ever taken the trigger out of a Glock and put another one in, it's no different than taking out the factory trigger and putting the factory one back in. Very, very easy. And I'll leave a link in the description, or I'll try to put a card up of the installation video I did on this Glock 19 if you're unsure how to do it. Very simple to do. But like I said, you can get it either way. I opted to get it with the trigger bar. It comes with a Gen 3 trigger bar. I don't know if they offer it with Gen 4s, but if you have a Gen 4, I would highly recommend going and just getting the Gen 3 trigger bar. In all my Gen 4s, I swapped out the Gen 4 trigger bars to Gen 3s because they don't have that hump on it. It lightens the trigger up a little bit and makes it much smoother. Definitely not a fan of the factory Gen 4 trigger bars, with the trigger pull and all that, but that's a different topic. But overall, guys, the Apex trigger in the Glock 26, I would highly recommend it. It's a great trigger. Now, I know, at least in a lot of my videos, and I've seen it in the comment sections of other people's videos where they say, don't put aftermarket triggers in your carry guns and all this type of stuff. Well, in my opinion, a trigger like this is not going to do any harm. Now, where I see that you're going to get in trouble is, say you put one of them 2-pound Zeb triggers in and you use it in a self-defense situation and you find yourself in court and they're showing this gun that has a quote hair trigger in it. I think that's where you're going to get into your troubles, whereas this one, it's not going to change really the weight of the trigger. It's just giving you a better trigger feel in my opinion, because you're using the factory trigger bar, so nothing's really being changed. But I'm not a lawyer, so definitely don't take my word. Don't take it to heart. If you find yourself in court, don't be like, hey, Nolan said it was fine. Of course, because like I said, I'm no lawyer. This is just my opinion. But I don't see yourself getting into any trouble using a trigger like this. But if you put a 2-pound trigger in there, then you might get into some trouble. But that's just my opinion on that. But overall, guys, like I was saying, the Apex trigger in the Glock 26 I think is an excellent upgrade. And I do plan on buying another one to put back in my 19. I just have the one, so I've been swapping them back and forth to see how I was going to like it. I like it in both, and I'm probably, like I said, going to buy one for this as well. Fantastic trigger for the money, and in my opinion, a very nice, easy to use trigger. But anyhow, guys, if you want to see these guns in actions again, I'll try to put links in the description, and hopefully I was popping some cards up throughout the video to see the links to the install, maybe the shooting videos. And if you want to see this gun in action with the trigger in it, I'll leave a link and a card to the video I did, Glock 26 in a single stack world. I had this gun out, and it did a lot of shooting with it, with all the different various 9mm mags in it and all that stuff. So if you want to see it in action, I'll leave a card and a link to that video. Go check that one out. The trigger works 100%. But anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions or comments about this video or anything else you see here on the channel, ask those in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back with you. And as always, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next one.